Now, drink, man. It's hot. It's hot. You know why it's hot, and you know why you gotta drink that ice water. Oh, first of all, welcome to the Cantina podcast.
Welcome.
I'm your host, JP, along with the other host, Anthony.
That's me.
And Joey, producer extraordinaire. Segueing into our first segment already. You heard Joey drink his ice water because it's hot out. Because it's the start of the summer. It's Memorial Day weekend.
Well, if you can see on the cameras, we're slowly upgrading this whole setup. We're using headphones now, even though we fought it the first 10 episodes. This is now episode 11. So we're slowly and harshly learning our lessons, little by little. Each episode, we're trying to figure it out and make it better. So that's why you see us with headphones today. I brought the shitty ones I got for free on Delta Airlines. Shout out Delta Airlines.
Shitty too. Super.
Here we are, Memorial Day weekend, start of the summer flies. So
well, yeah, it's Memorial Day weekend, so it's the official start of the summer. We're filming this. What's on Memorial Day is technically tomorrow, right? Monday. But most of the time, everybody does barbecues and stuff on Sunday. It's Sunday. Maybe I'll go to one. Maybe I'll go to two today. Who knows? Shout out Chris Boyana for not being here.
I'm going to try to go to the Boyana Barbecue Memorial Day Bash. My family decided to change plans up on us. I just yelled at my sister on the phone. So if you listen to the podcast...
She don't listen to the podcast.
You're not mentioned on the podcast officially.
She's not. She don't listen to the podcast.
But start of the summer flies. How do we know it's summer? How do we know the weather's getting better? Is when the flies return to Arthur Cantina, and they come in droves. They're like the boat flies in Fallout. There's these big, bulbous, gigantic-looking things that will shoot out the sky.
But why?
Why?
I think it's because of just the avenue stinks. There's meats, there's vegetables, there's fish, there's just summer. New York summer stinks. It's smelly, it's dirty. New York's dirty. The people in New York, the New Yorkers are dirty people. These are dirty, dirty people. I think that's just, and the flies I think are attracted to the sugars in our drinks.
We did have some margarita mix on the counter last year, and that definitely brought them in. They definitely smelt the sugar, and they were coming in like crazy. This year, we don't have them anymore. We just have wines on the counter. So when you walk in, you're just going to see our little sale table with our discounted clearance wines that we have going on. So far, I haven't seen as many as last year. But I did go ham with the salt gun on Friday, and I was just knocking them out the sky. There were so many of them in here. We just blasted them left and right. So if you don't have a salt gun and you have pests in your house flying around, get yourself a salt gun. It's the best. I don't recommend shooting up your living room. You're going to have salt all over the place. But if you're outside, it's a great way to deter some of these nasty motherfuckers that are coming into your place, into your domicile.
My weapon of choice is the electrified fly swatter.
You and Fez. He looks like he's playing tennis, swatting the air in here. The other thing I don't like about the swat fly...
like a confused Goomba, like...
Yeah, just throwing his arms around. When you catch a fly in that swatter, since it's electrified, you can smell the flies getting cooked.
And they could smell it too. That's why.
Kind of smells delicious.
It does. Burn hair.
And gross at the same time.
But I think I like that because then the other flies know. They smell it. They're like, that's my friend burning to death.
I don't think so. They still come in here. They still come in
I wonder
like crazy.
what the life of a fly is, man. Do they have friends? Do they know they're the same? Like, if they see another fly, are they just drawn to mate because of, like, instinct? Or are they like, yo, what's up, Frank? Oh,
that's
what's
a great
up?
point you bring up because I was listening to something. I think it was NPR. And they were talking about how they figured out the whales have like a really complex language and that they can talk. They're trying to figure out how far distance they can talk, if it's miles or hundreds of yards. But they were able to pick up and discern all these different sounds. Nothing to do with wine liquor. Nothing to do with anything about this story, but these whales that can talk.
They say they have different dialects. They have like different accents, whales.
Might be the next animal we can communicate with.
Well, let's do a deep dive. Now, whales are like one of the smartest animals. Whales, dolphins, right? We're going, oh, they're super smart, blah, blah, blah. Octopi, very smart. We delve into the aliens a little bit right now because they say aliens. There's also aliens in the ocean, in the water, which makes sense. Not like they come from a different world, but like, okay, we were some sort of goo, right? And we evolved, whatever, you know, if you don't want to believe in the Anunnaki and all that other stuff, you want to believe in this imaginary theory of evolution where we came from goo. We're on the land. We were on land and we evolved as humans. We became the top of the line, right? We're humans. There's nobody, we're the top of the food chain on land. Now, there's a lot of, almost pulled everything out. There's a lot of animals in the ocean. We don't know nothing about the ocean. Who's to say something didn't evolve in the ocean like us, like how we're the top dogs? Who says it's not like a humanoid type sea creature, which are the aliens? That's how they come and go, and that's why they say the aliens live in the water. You know?
I mean,
whales are made smart. They just don't have arms.
If you listen to the podcast, our under ocean overseer, rise to the surface. Challenge us. Go ahead.
Well, that's the thing, because they got to think like them coming out here is like us going to space.
So you're saying there's like a whale astronaut getting ready to fire off from the bottom of the
it's not a whale.
trench?
It's not a giant whale.
It's gonna
it could be like a little, you know, I don't know how an ocean creature would be. Probably like this big, with like
down below. The fucking squids are gigantic. They're like the
but
size
they're
of
not.
boats.
But they're not smart.
How you know that?
I mean, they're smart. Like octopussies.
Think of
smart.
how big the whale's brain is.
Yeah, but.
Right. If we take the whale brain and hook it up to like an interface, we're worried about AI. The whale brain might just overtake everything.
Poor Joey's drinking his water in the corner to not make sound.
That's dedicated.
This guy.
Dedicated production assistant. Executive.
He's too nice. He's goofy.
Just
drink your water. Don't worry.
Too nice.
He wants to be like a
little
ghost.
Ice. It's fine.
He's alright. It's a little ice. I like the sound of like an ice in a tin.
It'll add to the realism.
Sorry, threw us all off course about this alien ocean shit.
I'm just thinking about the whale telling Fez what to do. And him getting really mad.
See, okay, but that's a good point, because Fez and whale are probably like the same.
I can see Fez.
I think the whale
going in the basement.
Well, because I guess whales are good at communication. Fez is pretty good at communication. Speaks Spanish, he speaks English, and he's just like, if you ever come into the store, Fez is, I feel like, the easiest one to talk to. You and me can be very standoffish depending, you know. But Fez is always just like, welcome to Costco, I love you.
Yeah, there is. Fez is welcome to Costco, I love you. If you haven't already watched Idiocracy, highly recommend that movie.
We're living in
Go
it, bro.
out there and watch that movie. One of the most underrated and funniest movies of all times.
I don't even know how we ended up on the whales and the humanoids in the ocean.
I also have no watch on today, so I have no reference to time. You got to be on top of everything. What time
I
was?
mean, you're like dragging ass. We've been, I don't know.
Yeah, I've made the Goofy of the Week list this week.
Speaking of goof, fly infestation. We still don't know why they really come.
All right, I'll tell you why. We're an organic neighborhood. You got, like you said, you got the meat juice.
Organic, I like that.
You got the cheese everywhere, the smell of the cheese, the salts, the smell of the fermentation, people's garbage when they're throwing out the restaurant.
It doesn't smell in here. Let's be like, come into the store. It's very welcome. It doesn't smell in here.
They may be attracted to the sugars and the alcohols in here. They may be attracted to maybe the cold air, something to do with the AC. Even though we relocated our AC this year, so I'm thinking it's going to help. It's going to help blow air out of the store instead of getting them stuck in here. Time will tell. We'll know this summer if we got more flies or less flies than last year. But yeah, I think just because you have a neighborhood with a lot of food, a lot of produce, a lot of things going on over here.
We're under apartments. It could be.
There's yeasts. There's all kinds of shit here, you know. And not only that, there's a lot of wildlife too. We got a lot of trees, got a lot of flowers, plants, little critters of the night.
Man, the Bronx is beautiful.
Yeah, we're trying to make it better. I mean, I'm gonna power wash the sidewalk this week, so
yeah,
I'm gonna try at least make
we
this
tried doing
nice.
it with the hose, but
yeah, it didn't work out.
Fez 1 and Fez 2 couldn't do it.
Yeah, one of them got drenched. It was very funny. Very funny watching
He
these
immediately comes into work and we're like, oh, screw this in. He's like, ah! he's getting rained on.
Young Damien getting blasted by water.
So
summer plans?
Summer plans. What do you got?
What do we got going on next Monday, Joey? What do we got going on next Monday? Well, not seeing.
Joey doesn't want to talk. He doesn't talk. He's like the silent assassin.
Well, next Monday we have our annual golf outing.
Our second annual.
Shout out to Marusa Beverages for sponsoring, putting us up, giving us the run of the golf course, bringing the Bronx Terror up to wonderful. I think it's in Albany.
Greenville?
Glenville? Something like that.
Greenville?
Something like that. It's up by Albany.
Alabama.
Nice place. We had a good time.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun time. We don't play golf. We're a bunch of, a couple lowlifes in the Bronx. We run up there. We ran shop. It was fun. It was good. We didn't know what we were doing. We were driving on the tee box. We were driving on the greens. We got yelled at a couple of times. Not yelled at, but like kindly reprimanded. Like, you guys shouldn't do that. That's against, it's frowned upon. They'd say, we're like, oh, okay,
they must have saw these guys aren't, weekend golfers. They must have.
You would think so, but they probably just saw like, look at these assholes, these drunk. Yeah, but also, it's upstate New York. It's not like it's a fancy place. It's like.
Yeah. I think Marusa Beverages knows to not have it.
They know like, every year it's gonna get
these guys are gonna let loose. Let's not have it at the whatever place.
What I'm telling you right now, we're gonna cheat because I'm sick of playing by the rules, man. You're gonna tell me we came in last place because we're fucking Johnny Do-Good, and we're like, yep, that's it. We shot 6. We have to mark it.
It's fine.
We're hitting pars. We're getting a couple birdies, and we're doing closest to the hole again.
We're gonna play a hole 18. I think we should just play 9 and call it quits.
No fucking way, dude.
By like hole 13, I was
I know. Well, that's it. I think that's what we should. I think by hole 13 we cut out, but no, 9 holes.
Well, I'm gonna get warmed up this week. I'm going with Fez to the driving range, maybe Wednesday, Thursday. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get warmed up.
Okay, nice.
Get nice and limber. You're not gonna go cold.
I'm gonna do drugs on the golf course, and I'm just gonna have a good time.
I have to bleep that out. YouTube doesn't like that.
Please come after me, YouTube. YouTube shows people whatever. I can't say I'm gonna do drug, whatever. I'm the alcohol. Like I say that I'm gonna drink alcohol.
Well, I'm probably not supposed to mention that either, but who knows?
Probably not gonna drink that much alcohol.
Whatever. We'll worry about that when we get to like 100,000 subscribers. For now, it's just us and the 5
I'm
people
gonna do
who watch
acid
this.
and jump into the fucking water of the golf range there.
We haven't settled. Are we gonna go the night before?
I don't care. You guys have families and kids. I'm the lone wolf. I can do whatever I want.
I can do either or.
I got no wife. I got no kids. I'll fucking go to the golf course now.
I mean, I could do either or. I just got to make little plans around it.
Don't even ask me. You ask yourselves. You tell me. I'm down to go whenever. It don't matter to me.
I'm for going the night before. If someone in the comments wants to mention if we should go the night before or stay that night of, Marusa Beverages
it's a 2-hour. It's a 2-hour drive.
2.5-hour drive.
So last time we went in the morning, we had to be there by what, noon or something?
Yeah, we got there late.
We woke, we left about 10, something like that. No, we didn't get there late because we got there and it started.
Like we left around 9 o'clock. Okay. We got there around 11:30, and we had a little bit of time to warm up before it started.
Yeah, but who gives a shit about warming up? You guys all gung ho
about
warming up. I just want to drive the golf cart and fucking giggle with my friends. You know what I mean?
I don't mind swinging a little bit better than like just not practicing at all for like a year. Like I want to practice a little bit, just because
Yeah, I understand that. But last year, we woke up early, drove 2 hours up there. We were gonna stay the night because they gave us a hotel room on this golf course, but it looked like the Bates Motel.
One of the rooms was not refinished. One of them was
refinished, but it was refinished with like bath fitters. Like they just they just put like roll out what is it called, like linoleum tile type shit like on the walls and on the floor, and it was like half decent. Like okay, we could stay here, but the bedroom that Anthony and Joey got stuck in was like. It looked like something like if you watched Unsolved Mysteries in like the early 90s and they're doing like a reenactment, that's what the hotel room looked like.
Well, it looked like when they killed Jimmy Hoffa in The Irishman. Like right before they brought him to the house, the guy's laying out the linoleum on the floor to roll it all up.
It was like the wooden, what do you call it? Like the paneling? It wasn't even like real wood. It was just grimy as all hell. So we didn't stay.
Yeah, we didn't stay.
So we had to drive another 2 hours back. So this is a year later. Maybe the hotel room's a little bit better.
I mean, I think if we go the night before, we can get a little messed up when we get there, have fun, sleep, wake up early, get breakfast, practice fucking light sensor. Just wave your hand over there. It'll re-trigger that light sensor. Sorry, we're a little eco-friendly in the store. You got 1 out of 3. There you go. The rest caught on.
We gotta figure out what we're gonna do with this stand. We moved it.
Yeah,
wide shot.
We organized the store a little bit. We might move that thing. Not everyone's a fan of it. I kind of like it, but yeah, we can mess around with it later. So yeah, we don't know if we're gonna go the night before and get nice and warmed up the morning of, but then as soon as the game is done, get the hell out of there. I think that'll be better, but we'll figure out. We'll take a vote, see what Fez says, see what Jordan
Yeah, I rather, if we're gonna stay, I rather get there the night before. I don't want to stay.
Yeah, because I think once I'm tired and sweaty, I want to go home, shower, sleep in my own fucking bed.
Exactly.
No.
Going up there the night before might be fun. We'll be all like, let's do this. We'll fucking get a little drunk,
Tie Fez up.
We should duct tape him. We should, like, while he's sleeping, like in the morning, we should just, like, tie him down to the bed so he can't get out.
He can't.
Like Gulliver's Travel when, like, the little guys fucking pin him down.
Fez will not lower his guard. He'll be on guard the entire time. You get up out of bed, he's gonna wake up and look at you with one eye.
Like a dog. Like one eye open.
He's not gonna be able.
Jesus Christ!
We're gonna have to coerce him into doing something. All right. So this week, Donald Trump came to the Bronx.
Big DT with his BX rally, they called it.
About a mile from the neighborhood. So we did have a couple of Donald Trump fans spill over into the neighborhood. They drove around with
fans
like some
or
limos.
cultists? What do you call them? Or acolytes, or I don't know what you would call them, because they're not they're not a fan. Like
they're fans. Acolytes, okay, was one thing, right? Like acolytes, like they're there every day, like on hand, like serving him like
he has like a traveling circus of people.
Another thing is when you have like, I think they're more groupies, right? Like they just following him behind, like, hey, Donald,
it's
going
weird.
crazy.
I don't do that for nobody. Never mind.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that for anyone too.
I would never do that. Or either whatever you want to call it. Excuse me. But like, they had a, caravan, I guess, came down the block.
Yeah.
There was two limos. It said presidential limos. Obviously, they weren't real. I mean, they was like not tinted, and they were just like old limos with the Donald Trump impersonator in the back.
Would you call those cosplayers? Were they cosplaying Donald Trump?
Impersonating.
Well, what's cosplaying?
It's true, but
dressed up as Spider-Man, swinging around inside the Javits Center.
Yes, but that's cosplaying. Someone who runs around as Elvis, you don't call him an Elvis cosplayer. You call him an Elvis impersonator.
I would say the guy's fucking cosplaying.
Yeah.
He's acting like Donald Trump. He's running around.
That's terminology, but I think it's a whole different thing. Like a cosplaying is you're playing a character, and impersonators you're playing a person. Not saying that Donald Trump is not a character, because he's
a character.
Yes,
100%.
but you know what I mean. He's
100% character.
Yes, but he's a person. It's not like, I'm playing Mickey Mouse. You always get confused. All right. Regardless, they came down. They're beeping their horns. First of all, what I got upset with, because we all go outside to look, because it's like a big commotion coming down the block. And they got these trucks. They got sirens on the trucks. They got lights on the trucks. And they blasted music. Donald Trump, Donald Trump. Wee, wee, wee. And I remember, we're just standing there, like, taking it in, like, laughing. It's funny. And I remember saying, like, if I put the sirens on my car, I get a ticket. But these guys are just... They don't get in trouble for that. And then some guy's like, it's the Bronx. Some like, he's obviously a Trump supporting guy who's like smiling. He's like, it's the Bronx. We can do what we want. He said like something, and I'm like,
well, you're allowed to have lights that aren't red and blue.
Yeah, but the sirens you're not allowed to have.
I guess not. I guess not.
Only on a private road. That's what it said when I bought mine. Which I still haven't hooked up, but you're supposed to hook up for me. Or John.
Yeah, that's like something,
the electrician John Eric was supposed to hook up for me.
That's something that they just say that so they can sell it to you and you don't sue them. You don't turn around and blame
obviously.
Them. I know you can have white and yellow flashing lights.
You can't have red and blues.
Can't have red and blue, which they did have on the
red and whites, I don't think.
Because you're then impersonating emergency services.
Impersonating or cosplay. Got him. But we did have the Trump rally come down, and I was hoping that some of these bozos would come in and buy some stuff.
You're sounding a little echoey.
Sorry.
I feel like does he sound okay?
Well, I got loud. I sound fine.
All right. Oh.
Don't open there. You got Delta headphones in, bro. Don't worry.
Listen, I don't need headphones. This is for you. Okay, I can control my voice.
So Trump came in, or didn't come in. He came to the Bronx and didn't really bring us business.
Yeah, we weren't busy that day. I thought we'd be busier.
Well, it was like, what, a Wednesday?
It's Thursday. You would think, though, like, presidential candidates come to the neighborhood, there'd be more people here, like, running around the neighborhood, buying, eating, and drinking. It was actually I think it was less people.
It was also
here.
during a Yankee game, because I remember when I got out of work, there was a lot of Yankee jersey people walking around.
That's also true, too.
Also, Memorial Day weekend, that was Thursday, so people, like, again, maybe left the city early.
Was it Thursday?
Yeah, it was Thursday.
Damn. This week went by fast.
Yeah, it was Thursday. Was it last Thursday?
See, now we're in the fucking... I made you question it, now you don't know.
Shit, now I'm in the Matrix, man. Nothing fun came of the Trump rally, though. Except for couple funny videos on the internet, if you can see them.
Yeah, I mean, we really didn't experience any changes over here. You would think we experience more, or there'd be more people, I think, here. But I don't know. Like you said, Yankee Stadium maybe took up a big bunch of people. Maybe they were at the Trump rally just going crazy over there.
Mm-hmm. Well, there was. It was like 10,000 people, some shit like that. So they say. I don't know. I don't believe anything.
I have no idea. I didn't go.
Why, you didn't get your ticket?
I didn't get mine. I think FedEx Giant didn't go either. Because he said he was there, but I didn't know photos, no videos, nothing. So I don't know. I don't think he really went.
Sus.
I think
you're lying, sus. Johnny.
We'll have him on the show. He can clear it up.
Yeah, he'll come on one day. Hopefully he gets his new job, and then he can come on and throw his old job under the bus.
Which would be fun, because we have a lot of things to say about them. All right, so moving on. Goofy of the week.
Goofy of the week.
I think I'm a minor goofy of the week. I came a little late today. Didn't have my shit together. Left my watch at home. Running around today. Trying to catch up to all these other young gentlemen that got here early and set up early without me. So I'm the minor goofy of the week. Major goofy of the week, though. We praised you guys last week. This week, I'm going to shoot on you.
I like you gave a commencement speech, and now you're going to fucking take them down.
Well, you know, every group of people you come across, you love hate.
Mm-hmm.
We love Fordham Students. This is an instance where I fucking hate Fordham Students. Every year, one of the buildings next to us rents to Fordham Students. They move out, and like in moving out fashion, you have all this shit with you. You don't know what the hell to do with everything. So you throw everything out. And this isn't, you know, mommy and daddy's backyard where you could just throw your pillows and your sheets into the street and thinking that New York Sanitation's going to pick it up and throw it in the garbage. Not the case. This wonderful Fordham student, because I'm pretty sure it's a Fordham student, because the building just runs to Fordham students, so I know it's a Fordham student, throws all their stuff out into the street. A couch with the cushions, with their mattress cover, with the bed sheets, and some other refuse. The rest of the stuff they threw in bags, they took that. But the other shit, they just, you know, the garbage is not going to take that. So they just left it there in the street. And after waiting weeks and weeks and weeks for them to deal with it, this thing is just soaking up God knows whatever street juice is in the area. And I got fed up with it. So I had to bag it all up yesterday and throw it back in front of their door. Now, you know, I'm not supposed to do that. But at the same time, I got no choice.
You had to do what had to be done.
I'm looking at this thing every day, and I don't want someone to think that I don't take care of my storefront. And, you know, last thing I need is someone taking a picture outside saying, look, this store doesn't give a shit about the neighborhood, and just leave stuff everywhere. So I had to take on upon myself to bag all this stuff up, grab this disgusting couch that was full of, like, Fordham youth juice and street fly juice and God knows whatever other kind of juice in the street, and drag it and throw it back in front of their door. And within a couple hours, it was gone. Someone took care of it. So sometimes you got to put things in a position where someone has to deal with it.
So it's like, I feel like the goofy of the week turned out to make the big brain of the week. You were the big brain by doing this and getting it all taken care of.
Yeah, because what's the alternative? It's going to look like shit for another 2 or 3 weeks until sanitation shows up, gives the building tickets. It's going to give the building I'm in a ticket. It's going to put me in a bad place with my landlord. It's going to give the building adjacent a ticket. Gonna, you know, that landlord's going to have to deal with it. And then it's still going to be there. And they're going to have to pay someone to come cart it. And it's just going to be an eyesore. And one thing I don't want to do in this neighborhood is make it look like even more shit. If I could do a little thing, clean it up, make it look better, if everyone has the same philosophy, this neighborhood would be a fucking shiny star of the Bronx.
See, but they threw that out last week and it stayed there all week. Where the fuck is sanitation?
Honestly, Fordham, you know, you should have some kind of, you know, system with your students.
Yeah.
Have a sanitation truck come here. Stop at each location and take all your garbage. How much would that cost you guys? Couple grand.
Couple grand out of the God knows how much money they take from.
Yeah, you don't cry to me. You don't got money. You got plenty of money. Cut back on the helmets. Cut back on a few Fordham football helmets. They'll have enough money to pay
You guys
for
aren't
damage.
that good anyways, Fordham.
Yeah.
You guys number one shit. Shout out to LA Beast, former Fordham University football
LA
player.
Beast, one of the Fordham University alumni.
LA Beast, come to the store, bro.
Isn't Fordham's the lacrosse? Aren't their team? Isn't their team really
I
good?
have no idea. I mean, you would think so. I feel like it would be a bunch of
One of the
yuppie white
customers
kid running
was
around.
in here. Wasn't she like a track star?
No, she's a volleyball champion.
Oh, okay, so
She's
their
like the
volleyball team's
greatest
good.
volleyball player of all time at Fordham. Shout out.
They should take the team that does the worst in performance and come to each building in the neighborhood and just take all their garbage and dump it out. That's like their punishment for doing the worst.
It's their punishment for their free ride.
You want to talk about the other goofy of the week? You deal more with this guy than I do.
Are we going to have two goofies of the week?
Oh, three. I'm a minor goofy.
Well, you're a minor guy. The other goofy of the week is this guy who, around 5 o'clock every day, I guess he picks up some old woman across the street. I thought he was going to one of the stores every week. I don't want to say which store, but apparently he's just picking up some old lady that either lives across the street or does whatever. He pulls up. This guy's like, I don't know, 50. I have a pet peeve of loud music. Like, I'm an old man now, and people drive in their car blasting music. And I'm like, I get it. If you're a kid, if you're 17 to, I don't know, 25 years old, you could blast your music as loud as you want, because that's what you're supposed to do at that time. You're an idiot. You're an adolescent. You know. This guy's like 50-something years old. He parks in front of the store. He blasts his music. He's got LEDs in his hubcaps,
What
which
a
is
loser.
crazy. Rainbow LED. You're 50 years old. And like, okay, if you want to blast your music while you're driving, that's fine. But then you double park, and you just continue to blast it. You're not like, let me lower it and not look like a goofy. And he's playing like shitty house music. It's just, I can't stand this guy. Fez doesn't like him. Damien doesn't like him. Nobody likes him because he always, right in front of our store, double parks, blasting music. I have to go shut the door so I don't hear his stupid music, and I still hear like the bass coming through. And I'm like, bro, you're 50-something years old. You don't feel like embarrassed?
In the neighborhood is eventually going to check him. I'm not saying it's me. Probably won't be me. But enough people that work here every day are going to have to deal with this guy coming by blasting music. Someone is going to check him.
Good.
What a loser, though.
Yeah, you grown-ass man. I
Get in
say
a
that all
pickup.
the time. And even like, just like in life, you see people driving. I'm like, you're 60 years old. You're blasting Tito Puentes as you walk down the block with your little doggy.
Oh my God, I hate those people too. I hate those people so much.
It's so
strange.
annoying.
I don't understand why you put your dog in a child's car seat stroller. Do you want the dog to walk around and get some,
I guess
energy?
The dog's old. I don't know.
Spent up, like, all right. The dog's old, and maybe
Maybe
put
it's
the dog out of its
time.
fucking misery.
Yeah,
Poor
yeah.
fucking thing.
Maybe the dog don't want to go on the walk no more. Regardless, loud music in your car as a grown adult is you should be like. I
It's
get
one thing
secondhand embarrassment from
If
this
you're
guy.
driving by, doing 30 miles an hour
Yeah.
with your speakers
Yeah.
blasting, that's fine. You're interrupting my way of life for 5 seconds. Okay. It's another thing. You pull up outside of a place of business or any other, people's house, whatever, and you're just blasting music at full volume.
It's crazy.
Have some consideration, man. Come on.
As
Don't
a
be a
grown
fucking
ass
animal.
adult, as like an adult, as like a 50-something-year-old person.
Yeah, if you're an 18-year-old kid, I
You're
know
an
what it
idiot.
was like to be young.
Yeah.
I know what it was like to
You want to be like, look at me, I'm a dick.
That's
you know,
okay. I could understand that. You're an older guy. What the fuck's wrong with you? Goofy.
Are we doing a tasting today or no?
I mean, grab whatever we got underneath. I'll drink a little something. I gotta go barbecue and cook, so I could use a little.
There's a wine. Should we try the wine we were doing?
I could use a little medicinal benefits of alcohol to
I feel
lower
like
my blood pressure.
I feel like should we do a whiskey or wine? I feel like more people would want a whiskey than a wine.
Let's do whiskey.
Yeah. Okay.
Just because if we crack a wine, could I drink the whole
Here,
thing?
talk about this while I get some whiskeys.
JP made some wonderful stickers.
they're not that cool.
Double check, make sure that's good too.
We got some nice little stickers here. What do we want to talk about these things? You came up with this idea. What am I saying with this? We're gonna blast the neighborhood with these stickers. All right, we're gonna run around. You're gonna see these things all over the place.
We're gonna put them in order.
Actually, we're not gonna do it because that probably has some kind of legal repercussions. But somebody is gonna put these stickers all over the place. So you see them, see this QR code, you scan them, goes right to the podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. Do the weeded.
You want to do the weeded, not all barrel?
Do both. Do both. I like the weeded a lot. I like the Rido too. We bought that whole barrel, but I like the weeded too. He left them, yeah. Shout out to Bo.
I'm trying to promote our brand. Fuck me, I guess.
No, do both. Do both. We take them side by side. I got cups.
Alright.
So yeah, we got those stickers. JP just threw that out. You know, didn't give me any time to prepare for that, but it's all right. I work on the fly.
I was gonna say, just
fuck it, we do it live.
What you want me to say is, it's not like there's a lot of thought came into the sticker.
It's a nice idea. You'll see them everywhere.
I mean, this is just the first.
You gotta zoom in. No, throw it in closer. There you go. That's good.
I don't like it. I just kind of threw it together real quick, but
sometimes you gotta do something, tweak it, make it better for the next time.
Just a couple stickers, and they sent me a free bottle of hot sauce. I don't know why. Sticker Mule has their own hot sauce. They're now actually our sponsor. If you use our code Arthur Cantina on their website, you get 20% off. Sticker Mule, proud. Honestly, it's very true. This is our first sponsorship deal with Sticker Mule. Like, I wonder what happens. Like, can we get a cease and desist for like making up a lie?
I don't see why a company would do that. Any publicity is free. But
it's free advertising.
Maybe. I guess they could if they really don't like it. I mean, I've gotten a few cease and desists from wine companies. I don't want to say which one because I don't want them to send me another cease and desist. But we had a really lovely scotch that did a limited edition French wine producer cask finish. And it was a really famous, expensive French wine producer. And I had put it in the description which one it was. Unbeknownst to me that it was going to be a problem, I got a letter a couple months later saying, you're not allowed to use our name in your description. Please remove this from your description, from your title. We're sending these official cease and desist. That was very peculiar. And I get it from the wine producer. They want to protect their name, their brand. Well, that's fine. That didn't come through the mic or anything. But, you know, I'm a small guy. What do you want from me? You think I'm going to really, drag your stuff through the ground? And then I get it maybe as a precedence, other stores start doing it and then it might lessen your brand because you want to charge. I don't
understand that, though. Isn't it?
I don't know. They want to charge $900 a bottle. I guess, they have some kind of... They know something I don't know. Whatever. I've had a few of them. That's one that I can remember recently. I don't want to say what company again, because I don't want to get any more fucking letters from anybody.
But I don't understand.
Got enough things to deal with.
The whole thing is like, we use this barrel, right, to age our whiskey, whatever the hell they were.
For the Scotch company, yeah, it's kind of like they can't say it officially, right? Under the table, they could be like, by the way, it's...
Yeah, but that doesn't help sell the fucking product. If I'm like,
yes, it does, because they can use the initials, so it's up to you to discern what it is.
That's so stupid.
It's up to a blog post to discern the customer. Say, by the way, these are probably XYZ company. I feel so cucked. You know what? Fuck you.
Yeah, we'll say it.
Fucking wine manufacturer. But because they're gonna send me cease and desist.
No, they're not.
You know what? If you watch this podcast, you suck my fucking...
Send it to me, motherfucker. Send a cease. Come find me, motherfuckers. I don't even know who they are. Well, French? They're French.
They're French.
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, probably American would do that company too, but I know the French are pretty...
The Americans would be like, this bourbon is aged in American bourbon, American wine. We're proud. Americans are proud. This is Memorial Day weekend. We're proud. We got a lot of people we got to remember because we had to save France. Those fucking pussies. Fucking French bitch.
They saved us too. Don't forget that. Not because they wanted to. They just wanted to fuck England.
Stop being a French apologist.
I'm not an apologist. I'm just saying what it is. It's history.
Fuck out of here. Fucking French will fuck you. Please. Let me start on that. Fucking bullshit French pussies.
I hate our allies.
Anyway, we're not drinking any French shit. We're drinking American stuff.
Even though there's a huge French influence where these whiskeys are made.
Where? Kentucky?
Yeah. They don't got fucking croissants.
Sorry.
They don't have Zeppelis. They got beignets.
Get a good. This is the Castle and Key Small Batch Weeded. 2023 release.
Oily. Definitely on the heavier body side. Oh, it's tasty, man.
I'm not getting much on the nose.
Yeah, I didn't even go into the nose yet. I just go into the taste right away. I'll talk about the nose afterwards. Nice amount of heat in the roof of the mouth. Oh, palate cleansing for sure. Definitely just cleaned out my mouth of whatever I had in there before. You could smell sweetness. You could smell a little bit of honey.
It's got some heat. It's 102 proof.
I always say if a whiskey's done right, you won't know the proof until you check the label.
No, I know it's... Usually I like the weeded. I don't know. This one's coming off.
I love the weeded. The only other weeded that I really like, obviously, is Pappy 10, Pappy 12. Those are some of my favorite weeded bourbons, even though people say, oh, the hype. Yeah, it's hype, but it's also it's good shit. Really it's the reason why it's our fastest seller, too, is the 10 and the 12. Yeah, the 12. One, the price is the cheapest, but two,
the 12
people don't balk at it. They go, yeah, no problem, give it to me, take it.
Yeah, I always say it's people who go, Pappy's isn't that good. I'm like, you never had it. You want to say that so you could be like, oh.
Well, yeah, they want to seem like they're cool because, this is too cool. It's not cool for me. Also, probably because they might have set the bar too high for themselves, and they finally tasted it, and decided they hate it. Like a comedian saying, "Oh, this guy's really funny," and then he goes to tell a joke, and it just lands
like,
flat.
"Oh, I thought it was gonna be funnier."
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be funny. People are just dicks like that. Same thing with Pappy. It's good shit. I don't care what anyone says.
All right, so on the second, third sip, I get more out of it. I think I have
I like tasting it first and then talking about the nose.
I have to get the cleanse out of the coffee and everything else, and bacon, egg, and cheese that I had.
You're right, though. I don't pick up too much in the nose. The alcohol kind of overtakes everything.
I don't know. I don't know if I like it. I feel like
beautiful.
Because I loved it. It might have been I always thought this was all bullshit. But I think the other one we had, the 2022 batch, I think that was better.
Maybe. Might be true.
I never buy into that, but I'm like, I maybe felt like it was sweeter. I don't know. This feels just very hot.
No, it feels great for me. I mean, we both had the same breakfast. Mm-hmm. So you would say,
I had coffee.
You had coffee. Maybe the coffee's messing up.
No, but I don't know.
This is also why it's a great segue into why everyone's perception is different. Mm-hmm. I may love a whiskey. You may not love a whiskey. Same is true for fucking review websites. When you go on review websites, especially wine and liquor review websites, you really can't take anything home besides the facts. So if they say, oh, it's done this cask, it's done with this alcohol, it's done with this mash bill, those you can take home as facts. The guy says, oh, it's aggressive, it's, disgusting, it's undrinkable, it's, shit I'm going to throw down the sink. That's the guy's opinion. I wouldn't take that home. Instead, I would think, okay, what notes is he picking up? Is he picking up any honey? Is he picking up any vanilla? Or is it oak coming through? Those you can kind of rely a little bit more on. And everyone's perception is different. So what someone loves, someone may hate. So take review websites with a grain of salt. I've had plenty of good stuff that people shitted on. I thought was fantastic. And I've had plenty of stuff that people rated super high, 99 points, 98 points, double gold winner, and it was dog shit. So, that being said, just really take things to heart. Also, a fun fact, Bo mentioned to me that he came across maybe I shouldn't even say Bo's name, but he came across a liquor store owner who has this extensive, big, robust whiskey collection, and the guy didn't know that whiskey gets its color from the barrels. He thought it came out distilled that way.
That's crazy to me.
This is my problem with Psalms. Psalms can pick up smells. They can discern things. That's wonderful. Enough training, you could teach a dog to smell for a bomb, too. But a lot of Psalms don't know how shit is made. And that's a huge key, a huge component of it. Shout out Castle and Key. You don't know how something's made. How the fuck are you going to talk about it? How are you going to give your opinion on it? Well, you're missing a big part of the picture.
It's like, but okay, there's different degrees of it. All right, you're a Som. Oh, this smells like this. This tastes like this. Okay, but you don't know how. You know the basics of wine. You know it's aged in a barrel, right? You know whatever. This guy that the gentleman was telling us about, who owned the liquor store, right? He said he owned a big.
Still owns, I guess.
Still owns a big. He go, like, all right. You know. You have a liquor store. You have everything in here. Maybe gin's not your strong point. Maybe. Whatever. You have your strong suits and your not so strong suits. But like something as simple as you don't know where the color of the whiskey comes from. It's one thing if you're not a drinker and you come into a store and ask like, how does whiskey get their color? Is it dyed? And if you don't know, you go, oh, actually takes it from the barrel.
That's a great question.
But if you're an owner,
someone comes to the store and asks them where it gets the color. What the hell is the guy gonna tell them? Oh, the top comes out distilled.
It's crazy.
And the customer's gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's going to go home thinking that's how it works. And then it's not going to be years later until he realizes he's been fed goofy information.
That's wild. Like, there's something that it's like, oh, how do you make this car run? And the guy's like, I don't know. You put gasoline in it. Like, if you went to buy a car, it's just something that simple. So
where does gasoline come from? It comes from the ground.
It comes from dinosaurs. Dino DNA.
Man. I mean, pretty shitty on that guy's part. I mean, granted, we're not rocket scientists neither. But I understand how it still works. I understand how you age things. I understand where things get its flavor from. And then you can understand what you're tasting in the bottle. If you don't know...
I just finished my drink.
What happened?
Finally got good towards the end.
I think maybe the coffee just fucked your mouth up.
Yeah, sometimes you got to break the barrier.
I'll get a little bit of rye.
The rye. Now, this is... Oh, hell yeah. This is Castle and Key Restoration Rye, our private barrel.
Good?
Yes, looks good. Fez Edition 1.
Yeah, so
now, did Fez take his bottle? He was crying about it. We had all these boxes come in. I don't know how many bottles. What is it, like 182 bottles in a
216 bottles.
16 bottles out of the barrel that we got. And Fez was crying, I need to find number ones. I have to take number ones. It's been months. He finally found bottle number one. And I think he bought it. I think he took it home. So this was named after Fez, our truffle pig, our whiskey pig that he is. Our whiskey truffle pig that he is. Bring a little. You should put a little bit lower. You can't really see that. Lower. Okay, there you go. He, I guess, had the final say on this pick.
He made the big decision on this pick. We all tasted it. I think you tasted it with us.
I didn't taste it.
So usually me and Fez are the ones that pick out the barrels. We'll go to the events or we'll go to the tasting things. We'll try them out.
Don't hit that wire stated it. That wire stated it.
We're the ones that we have the most experience. Not to shit on JP. Just, facts. That's what we're trying to give out is facts on this podcast.
Listen,
and
I'm the face of the place. I'm the looks. You guys are the brains.
We run through it and see what barrels are the best. And me and him have said no to a lot of barrels. Yes, you want a private barrel. Yes, you want something unique that I can offer a customer that they can't get anywhere else. But I'm not going to do it at the cost of giving a shitty whiskey to our customer. I've had to say no to a couple big companies, big producers. And you would think, oh, you guys got unlimited money. How can they make bad whiskey? It happens, man. Mistakes happen.
I also feel like they don't give their best barrels to people. You're going to keep the best for yourself.
Says that, right? One guy says, we'll never do a private barrel. And I go, why? He goes, because I feel like we're giving the customer the shitty barrels that wouldn't go into what a normal production happens. Maybe true, but that's why we take our time and we really taste through a lot of different samples. We had one of the smaller producers come in and they brought about, he brought about like 25 samples. And
which one was it? Who I'm thinking of?
Yeah, you've met him before. Nice guy. Really nice guy. Really nice guy.
Yeah.
But
sucked. They all sucked.
They sucked, man. And
the whiskey sucks.
I took the 23 samples that he gave us. Between me and Faz, we tasted all of them.
I had a bunch of those too.
We whittled it down to about 3. Was it me and you that tasted them?
No, I think we all might have tasted them. I know I tasted it.
No, because I waited the next day. One of you wasn't working. One of you.
I know I tasted it. It might have been you and me because I remember getting a little tipsy.
Might have been Fez then. So I narrowed it down to 3 out of the 23 samples that we had.
Yeah,
and I go, I want Fez to taste this the next day. Fez came in and tasted them. He said these are all garbage. You can get something called dead tongue. It's like a little term. I don't know if it's a term, but maybe I'll be the one that coins it. Once you taste a lot of things in one sitting, your tongue kind of just gets desensitized and everything starts tasting great. At that point, you know that
it's called getting drunk.
It's called getting drunk. But when I've been at really big wine tastings, once I crack like 100, 120 samples of different wines, 120 different kinds of wines, my tongue just goes dead, and everything just tastes fantastic. And at that point, I know, okay, I'm gonna stop sampling because I'm just wasting my time here. Same is true for whiskey. Something really shitty will make something kind of shitty taste great. So I waited the next day for Fez to come in. He tasted all 3 and was like, these are all dog shit. Something we learned from the Wyoming episode, if it's too humid, the barrels won't taste good. They'll come off as like a grassy green taste to them. So if you got too much humidity rolling around, those barrels are fucked. Granted, you have this big operation. You got a lot of rick houses. You got barrels sitting all over the place. You ain't inspecting every rick house every day. A leak comes in, you don't see it, water is entering the premise. These barrels are too humid for whatever reason. Maybe you got some precipitation coming off the ground from the dew or something, and it's soaking up into the building's foundation. We'll get into building science. Who the hell knows why? But not every barrel's going to be good. So you really, really got to sample and taste and go through things to really pick out some good shit. So we did that with the Castle of Key. We did that with the Angel's Envy. We did that with the Woodinville, the Penelope. I'm actually kind of disappointed in the Penelope.
I like the Penelope.
I like it, but I think we should have bought the rye instead. The toasted rye, man. The toasted rye was fantastic.
It's funny you say, because I was about to say, this, the Fez edition is my favorite barrel. That, it's between that and the Penelope. I taste people in Penelope, they love the Penelope. I think Penelope is fantastic. Our barrel pick Penelope is fantastic.
This rye is great.
This rye is fantastic.
I'm not just saying that because
drinks like a bourbon. It doesn't have that
fantastic
crazy spice that rye usually has. That like dirt. So a lot of ryes end up tasting like dirt.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because of the still or what, but a lot of ryes come off as metallic-y and dirt, and it's not drinkable in the state that it's in. Now, you mix in a cocktail, you can make dog shit taste good.
This is fantastic.
This rise,
and I'm not just it's our barrel pick, but you can only get it here, which you can only get it here. But
it's
it really
60% alcohol. This shit is.
I was about to say
proof.
It's 120.1.
I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure that the regulations when it comes off the still, I think it can't be any higher than 63% alcohol.
Regardless,
so
it doesn't taste. The Castle and Key we just had tastes like higher proof, which it's not.
It does taste off a little more aggressive, but
more
also remember
aggressive.
Too, we primed our palate.
Yeah, but I know, I get it. But also, even when I drink this on the reg, just first shot, it goes down easy. So 100, it's 120, and it does not feel 120. It's sweeter. Like I said, it drinks like a nice bourbon.
It definitely has an aggressive note on the tongue when you first sip it, but then that aggressive note is calmed down by the showing of the spice. The rye, the spice covers the whole roof of your mouth, whereas the wheat just kind of covered like the first half of my roof of my mouth. This rye covers your entire mouth. It's fantastic. It makes my whole tongue feel tingly as it starts sipping down.
Yeah, it is good. It's a really, I guess I always say people, it's our best barrel pick. That's like Penelope.
A tannicky kind of finish on the back of the tongue. And kind of hard to describe what that tannicky feeling is like, but it's pretty tasty. Where we at? 53 minutes?
Something like that.
It's a long episode, man. All right, so we shitted on
Big Box.
We shitted on review sites.
Oh, well, because what really got us into the review sites. I mean, this podcast is like a bunch of. This whole episode is like kind of side. This is like a very Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, we're kind of off our game.
Not even off our game. It's just very lax. Even the streets now.
We didn't get one goofy banging
Not
on the door
one
today.
goofy. There's not many people on the street. It's like, it's dead. But
I almost found parking in the street.
what I was gonna say, the review websites. We got to start. I forgot whatever it was. That lady, you talk about the lady with the 1-star reviews.
Yeah, I don't remember why we came across this lady's Yelp review page. It was something.
It was for like a restaurant, I think. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I don't remember why.
Regardless, we clicked on this lady's profile, and all she did was leave 1-star reviews.
Yeah, she just gave everyone one. Everyone gave her. It was like her every dentist she's been to was terrible. Every nail salon she went to was terrible. Every mechanic she went to was trying to rob her. She might just be an idiot. You might just be retarded, and you don't want to take a review person's opinion on something. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
And it's not even like a review. It's not even like a real.
Fucking.
It's just some idiot on Google reviews
burning every business she comes across. Poor people that have to deal with this fucking lady.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure she must have made that life fucking hell before she wrote a review. Screaming and yelling and clamoring. Don't take review websites to home. Don't take them for fact. You never know who the hell you get on
when
there.
I buy a product, I look at the reviews. Then I look at the bad reviews. I always look at the bad reviews first, but I'm like, is this person an idiot? And then you read the review, I'm like, no, this person's a moron.
Yeah, I always look at the bad reviews because I'm like looking at them like, why did they give it a 1-star?
Yeah.
Oh, because the finish on the refrigerated door wasn't the color I wanted.
Or it's like, oh, the delivery got there late.
Yeah, I gave it 1 star.
What?
With nothing to do with the product.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of stupid shit like that you don't realize.
Another thing,
you
we
look
have
at
no
it.
control over the fucking delivery.
Yeah.
Why are you giving us the 1-star review?
I love that. I love when people go, oh, it was supposed to be delivered whenever, and then I'm like, I'm not FedEx. They call me. They ask me where I'm. When your shit doesn't come, do you call Amazon? Hey Jeff.
They probably do. Those people probably do,
crazy.
and that's probably why they do that, because people like Amazon have like fucking.
They have
all these people into just becoming complainers. We
It's
have
wild.
now a country of complainers. I also read something that like we're at the unhappiest point in our country's history. Meanwhile, we have like unlimited food, unlimited electricity, unlimited fucking everything you want in the street.
Because in this country, we don't have real problems. We gotta make up problems.
Bullshit.
We gotta make up problems with our identity. We gotta make up problems with whatever the fucking case is.
Why aren't there enough,
You go home.
You know,
we got homeless people that are fat as shit because they got food.
Yeah,
and then
I still feel bad for them, but at the same time, we have a lot to be fucking grateful and a lot to be happy for.
And that's what I love. Memorial Day, we remember the sacrifices of the men and women that make this country great. And like this week, they're trying to make it great again. And like, tip my hat to all the men and women of the service that we lost.
Yep, thank you.
We're going to have a barbecue. We're going to kick the summer off right.
We're going to make a nice barbecue as soon as I get out of here.
I guess this is a impromptu wrap-up. You gave a commencement speech last week. I'm giving the America the Great speech this week. When you're out there barbecuing, it's one of the great. I was at a barbecue last night, and my friend said one of the best things about being American, besides the freedoms and besides all this other bullshit that we always harp about, is the American barbecue. Going out in the backyard with your friends, your family. Yesterday was a perfect example. It was a beautiful day, 70 degrees, cool, nice. Friends, family running around, hot dog, hamburger. That's what America's about. That's what being a great country's about. Fuck all these, I said some big words. Screw all these people that want to take us down a notch. Remember who we are. Remember why we're here. Don't let them steal your freedoms of speech, your freedoms over your own body. Don't let them force things on you.
There we go.
And, pour some out for the homies. That's the best I got. And
Cannon's firing off right now, sound effects.
Yeah, and if you don't like us, like you Canadians, go fuck yourself. You French, go fuck yourself.
I got no problem with the Canadians or the French. That's JP.
All you Europeans, they stick their noses up at us, but they know if it wasn't for us, they'd be licking fascist boots, and don't you ever fucking forget it. God bless America and nowhere else.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
All right, I think that wraps up this episode. Unless you want to talk about Damien.
No,
fuck him. Fuck him, Damien. You'll make next week's episode.
Fuck you, Damien.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great
weekend.
Have a great Memorial Day.
Oh,
Fucking mouth. Perfect.
I couldn't believe it.
God bless everyone. Take care.